What is up, everyone? I am Pete D'Alessandro with Five Tool, and today I'm here with Coach Ben Woodchick of the Texas Angels 2023. How's it going, Coach?
Oh, doing good. Doing good.
So we got the Pudge World Classic coming up at Zplex Texas Sports Village in Melissa. Big tournament, really exciting. How's your squad feeling about this tournament, Coach?
We're pumped. I mean, this is a really good group for us. They've been together for a lot of them since they were 13, 14 years old. So this is one of our bigger events of the summer. So we're looking forward to it.
How's the squad been looking in recent weeks? They're ready to go for this weekend?
Yeah. We had a spring training deal out in Abilene. Went really well. And we've been having our practices and whatnot. And then we open up this weekend, actually. So kind of a little warm up before we get going out there in Melissa.
So you mentioned that this group's been together for a little while, and I imagine they're a great group of guys. What are your favorite parts of coaching these kids?
You know, they compete, kind of a sandlot type group where they're communicating and they do a lot of cool things that you can't really coach. So they've been playing together long enough to where they make some plays and you just smile and enjoy watching them play. So it's a good group to be around.
Yeah, so they've all been together for a while. I imagine they're all buddies. Are there any kids that stick out in particular that are interesting characters among the team?
Well, I was fortunate enough. I've kind of been the assistant for them every once in a while in the years past. And then so I've gotten to learn some personalities, but Luis Conchev is definitely probably one of the biggest characters on the team. He kind of gets things going, hits out the leadoff spot for him. So he's kind of the spark plug on the field and off the field as well.
Moving on to y'all's plan for this weekend, what's the pitching rotation looking like? Who's your ace for this week?
You know, Javi Torres he's kind of been building with us to where he's going to give us a really good chance. He'll probably be either our game one or game two starter. And then Robert De La Garza, he's coming off of a really, really good year at the high school level. He was their district MVP at CC Wins. So those two guys, I would think are front runners, you know, for our top two guys in the rotation. But we got a lot of arms. Right? We got a lot of depth, a lot of guys that compete, a lot of strike throwers. Braun Farr's been throwing strikes for us for the last 2 years and winning some big games. Tanner Hollis has won some big games in one of y'all's bigger tournaments last year as a 15-year-old. So those four that I just mentioned are probably the front runners for the rotation spots. But there's a lot of guys right behind them that'll I'm sure will do plenty good, and we'll find out more this weekend, kind of where we're at.
So the Pudge, we mentioned, it's a big event. There are going to be a bunch of scouts out there. I'm sure you have some dudes on your team, but are there any undervalued or overlooked guys that scouts should be watching out for this weekend?
You know, in our area, I think that there's just in general, there's a lot of overlooked guys. It's kind of hard to recruit South Texas. And we've been doing a really good job, I feel, of getting into events like this. But yeah, I mean, Robert De La Garza needs to be on radars. He just tore through his district as an underclassman, and like I said, Javi Torres, he's going to be in the low 90s, and they're on some radars already. But I mentioned Luis Conchev. Kid's been hitting 400 plus, 450 plus against some of the best in the state for the last 2 years. So, and I could go down the whole deal, but I just think that some of these kiddos are putting up numbers over and over, summer after summer, and they're going to eventually get on some radars. But yeah, we're a scrappy bunch, and hopefully some of these guys get seen this week.
So good stuff, Coach. I'm really glad to hear about your team. Sounds like a great group of guys. I have one final segment for you. It's called the 5-tool rapid fire questions. So I'm going to name each of the 5 tools, and you're going to name the first player in your team that comes to mind. All right.
All right.
5-tool hitting.
By Robert De La Garza.
5-tool power.
Jordan Hill.
5-tool speed.
Giancarlo Maldonado.
5-tool glove.
5-tool glove. Josh Munoz.
5-tool arm.
Javi Torres.
Cool. Once again, Coach, thank you so much for joining us today. That was Coach Ben Woodchick with the Texas Angels 2023, and they'll be out at the Pudge World Classic and Zplex Texas Sports Village in Melissa. Their first game is on Tuesday versus the Doolins Dodgers, so y'all be sure to be there. Watch them.